Hello everybody, welcome to the new season of the iGPFun SRF tournament. 2015 season 4 starts at Watkins Glen, 40 cars on track. Pole position to Stian Svensson, followed by Luca Agretti, Jordan Dixon and Wayne Morgan on row 2, Luca Varani and Edward Forer, then Matthias Weiger, Richard Yalland, Clark Williams, Jason Dunnington, Michael Chase, Giovanni Sellito, Ronnie Amighetti, George Vasmoulakis, Florian Carré, Gerald McArevy, position 17 for Drew Lanzaro, Leandro Mendes 18, Mike King is 19. Cars are revving up. Let's concentrate on the race. Here we go. It's a clean start by everybody, it seems. The cars are now going through the S's. They're going to prepare for the chicane, the inner loop. Edward Forer in the white car was almost losing it. Probably got a black flag because he's dropping behind. Jordan Dixon has moved to second place, past Luca Agretti, and quite a slow start. There are cars 2 wide and 3 wides actually everywhere. George Vasmoulakis and Michael Chase side by side, the orange and the green car. Here they are. The first lap is completed. I think that nobody had any problem. It was very clean first lap. Michael Chase passing, attacking George on the inside, in turn 1, he went through. Stian and Jordan, the first 2 cars, are actually gaining an advantage. They are about 1.5 seconds ahead of Luca Agretti. Here they are, they're going actually 3 wide. Not the best camera angle, but it's 3 wide for position 3. Wayne Morgan passed, Luca Varani passed Luca Agretti, Matthias Weiger stayed behind, Michael Chase behind him, and Gianni Sellito with a yellow car. Going side by side through the bus stop is certainly going to take time. We're seeing a white car and the black one side by side. Later in the track, I'm not sure who they were. They're still side by side. See if we can. Just now, it was Leandro Mendes and Drew Lanzaro. Finally, Leandro passed. 20 laps in the race. I'm actually learning the camera control myself, a lot of cars to follow. It's 40, I can see on the timing that people are passing each other. I just don't know where to point the camera. These are the leaders starting lap 3 out of 20. Jordan Dixon falling behind a little bit, and Wayne Morgan is actually 1.7 seconds behind the leaders. This means they are actually out of draft range. 3 cars going side by side, entering T1 now. On the outside is Richard Yalland. I'm not sure on the inside. Seem to have lost the cars. Apologize. Still action at the bus stop. Richard Yalland actually is fighting with Giannis a little over here for position 9. So actually it must have been a different car earlier. Daniel Manenkov, he just passed. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He was attacking Gerard McAreevy. He's on the inside now. Daniel is on the red car, and he seems to have made it finally. Has he? Not quite. Gerard in the grey car, catching a little bit of a curve. Luca Varani and Matthias Weiger. Matthias is in the yellow car, very close to the purple car. He just opens the gap under braking for turn 1. That's good, so that he actually can get a better draft, a better slingshot uphill towards the chicane. Varani attacking Wayne Morgan on the outside. These guys need to work together to close the gap to the leaders. There are actually now 2.6 seconds ahead. Matthias Weiger going free wide and gaining 2 places. In this pack, so Stian Svensson and Jordan Dixon occupying the first 2 positions. Then Matthias now in 3rd place. Luca Varani is 4th. Wayne Morgan in the black car is 5th. Luca Agretti is with a grey and green car in position 6. Clark Williams behind him. Then Jason Dannington is new to the series, 4th race for him. He's doing very well. Position 9 for Edward Forer. Richard Yalland is 10. Giannis a little 11. These guys have been swapping positions. Right now there is Michael Chase in the green car attacking and passing Giannis a little on position 11. Number 13 is George Vasmoulakis. I think he's George. If it's George, whatever, let me know how I should pronounce the names. Gerard McAreevy, position 14. Daniel Manenkov is 15. Surprisingly poor performance by him in qualifying, so he's expected to be much higher in the standings. Florian Carré, another guy that can win races, is currently 16. Drew Lanzaro, position 17 with a black car. Sorry, with a white car. The black car is Leandro Mendes. Mike King is 18, 19 is Aaron Kobayashi. Sorry, 19 is Mike King, 20 Aaron Kobayashi. The timing has some glitches. Aaron with the Gulf livery. Bobby West behind him is actually attacking on the inside, moving toward the chicane. That's too much zoom with the cameras. I'm sorry, I keep losing them. Daniel Manenkov and Florian Carré had some problems at the bus stop. I missed the action. I actually missed every single car. Sorry. Let's move back to the second group of cars. Luca Agretti, very close to Varani's car. Behind them, Jason Dunnington is passing Wayne Morgan. Still behind, Michael Chase, Edward Forer passing on the inside, Gerard attacking George with the orange car. Now is Celito going on the inside. This is the third pack of cars. There are the leaders, then 2 seconds behind is 4 cars now, 3 cars, and then there is this other group. The leaders, Jordan Dixon on the outside. We'll see if he wants to attack Stian or if they keep working together. Lap 5 completed. Stian is all the way to the inside of the track. Jordan is not attacking, he probably lifted. The same is true for the guys behind them. They are all in line trying to catch the leaders back. The pack is getting a little more spread out. Drew Lanzaro and Michael Chase are close to each other. Michael, nice slide and nice catch. Michael in the green car. He lost speed, of course, but he saved the car really well. This is Mike King, position 17, so he gained a couple of places. Jonathan Kier is moving up. He's now 19. He started 27 on the grid, so good performance by him. Bob West behind him. Bobby having a look on the inside. I think is Neda Ulip behind them. There was a crash between Nena Dulip and Adam Bradshaw. I think that's the first crash we had in the race. Took out 2 cars, so that's not too bad with 40 cars. Wayne Morgan very close to Jason Dunnington, position 6 and 7. Varani driving on the grass outside turn 1. Not a big deal, not a big problem. You can keep the foot on the gas. It's unlikely that you are going to lose the car. Behind them is Clark Williams and Edward Forer. They fall in line as well for the chicane. You can lose a lot of time by going side by side at the chicane, so drivers try to avoid that unless it's really necessary. This is the corner where Michael basically drifted the whole way around the corner last lap. Janis a little, I can see the car in front, he dropped to position 12. Our close battle is Team Seidel, position 22, attacking Cristobal Gutierrez, position 24th. 24th may sound like being way behind, but actually the first 20 drivers or so have a high rating above 3000, which is very, very respectable. Team just passed Cristobal. Let's look back at Clark Williams, getting close to Richard Yalan, that's position 9 and 10. Jordan Dixon, meanwhile, has taken the lead, with Matthias Weiger actually moving away from Varani in position 3 and getting closer to the leaders. This is actually strange. It usually doesn't happen on this track. The draft is quite strong and it's really difficult to gain ground on the cars behind you unless somebody makes a mistake, and this was not the case. So Matthias has actually a surprising pace. He is now very clearly in touch with Stian and Jordan. Stian has moved up to position 1 again. Let's see if we can see somebody else through the field. There are gaps. There are groups of 3 or 4 cars within 1 or 2 seconds of each other all over the standings. Zachary Doig and Anthony Carbone retired. Some problems for them, clearly. Let's see if we can get a shot from the cockpit of Matthias. That's not Matthias. Here he is. Matthias looks clearly faster actually than the other guys. A touch of a brake for Jordan ahead. The SRF does have a brake light. Matthias getting really close with the draft and then lifting, getting some separation for turn 1, and then it's full throttle again, and probably attacking before the bus stop chicane. Here he is. It's 3 wide. Jordan now switches side and follows Matthias. Behind them, Luca Agretti just passed Luca Varani on the straight. The two are probably trying to work together, and you see how much track Matthias has gained at the chicane. Stian and Jordan were side by side entering it, and they just had to lift and be careful, and Matthias has flown away. Varani on the grass, understeer problems for him. Jordan Dixon, meanwhile, has the fastest lap of the race with 2:11.1. That's a very fast lap time. 12.5 in the last lap, of course. The second best car is has a best lap of 11.8, so that's quite a difference between Jordan and the other drivers. We followed the leaders for a while. Let's go back to position 8. Clark Williams battling it out with Edward Forer with car 48, white and blue, not light blue. Richard Yalland, white and blue car in position 9, closing this group. Giovanni Sellito has lost some ground. He has George behind him with the orange car, orange and black. Attacking on the inside, I actually don't think it's a great choice. I think it's better to stay behind and just concentrate on getting a good exit out of turn 1 and overtaking in the long straight just before the chicane. Anyway, seems to be working for them. That's what they like, that's fine. Quite a gap to the cars ahead. It's 4.5 seconds, 5.5 seconds, sorry. Jordan Dixon, meanwhile, has recovered, has closed the gap on Matthias, but Stian Svensson is actually now moving behind. Stian in the black car is 0.7 seconds behind, 0.6 seconds, sorry, behind Jordan Dixon. Then there are 2 seconds between Stian and Luca Varani. You can see the dirt on Varani's car. Edward Forer and Jason Dunnington are just attacking each other. Here they are side by side. The cameras are losing them just a little. Jason is on the inside. These battles are obviously going to slow them down, but at the same time they are fun. When you're driving, it's good to have fun. Stian is falling behind more and more. I can see it in the scoring. He is 1.4 seconds behind Jordan now. Lap 10 completed. So we are halfway through the race. Let me see actually. Let's follow Edward attacking Jason on the inside. Now Jason is gonna have a draft again. We'll see if he will attack or choose to pass. Ahead of them is Luca Agretti and Luca Varani that keep switching position. It was actually Clark on the outside passing the 2 of them and then sliding through the chicane. Behind them Michael Chase has done the same and passed both Gianni Sellito and George. Gianni going wide out of the chicane. It's costing some time to George as well. So let's move back to Edward now is Jason at the top of his little group. I should have kept the cameras here. Michael has, Clark Williams, not Michael, has lost 2 places. These guys are passing each other 3 or 4 times per lap. again, Edward on the inside. It seems that every corner they're exchanging position. So let me check just for a second. Yes, we are within lap 11. The timing system I use has glitches sometimes, so it's better to check actually. Matthias Weiger still leading, 0.3 seconds ahead of Jordan Dixon. Stian Vensen now 2 seconds behind, so he's constantly losing ground. I'm really surprised by that. Luca Agretti and Luca Varani are 2 seconds behind Stian, so they're running at the same pace. Edward Forer here is another. Sorry, he's passing Jason. My timing is getting wrong. So Edward Forer is 4.5 seconds behind Agretti now. Sliding by Jason at the bus stop. He caught a little bit of the inside curb. His car got launched in the air, and I bet that Edward sensed trouble and lifted, so that's why he was left behind. Let's go back to our leaders. The white car ahead of his pack is actually a lapped car, just like the green car moving to the inside and letting people through. I'm not sure. It should be Dodie Hoskins. Sorry for the pronunciation. The white car is Mark Underwood, now moving outside. And I was saying, I am actually surprised. There is about 7 to 8 seconds, tenths of a second per lap. That's the lap time difference between the two cars and the rest of the field. Maybe the tire pressure has something to do with it. The SRF has new tires. This is the first race of new tires. Drivers are still adjusting to them, trying to find out what's the best pressure to run. Stian, position 3 by himself. It's 1.8 seconds, the gap to now Varani in 4th place. Agretti and Varani working together again. Agretti is getting a slingshot. Varani stays inside and let the main line, the racing line, to Agretti. And he probably leaves a little and let him through. Behind them is side-by-side racing again. This pack is entertaining. Moving behind, something we have not looked at is Mike King. He is up to 14th place. He started, I'm not sure, let me look for it. He started 19th, so 5 position gain for him, not bad. Followed by Aaron Kobayashi. Aaron started 23rd, so that's even better. And you can see the trees rather well. Let me change camera angle. Jason and Edward, guess what? They are side by side through this complex. I apologize, the camera work is a little dodgy, but actually I'm doing everything by myself. It's not that easy to follow everything that's going on. For instance, now I can see position 18, there is a battle between Tim Sedel, Daniel Manenkov, Oscar Martinez and Claudio Ferrari. Oscar Martinez Marti, sorry. Claudio did very well last season, is only in position 20. this time around. There are a few cars sporting the iGPFun logo on the livery. Thank you guys for doing it. If I can say so, I think we have a great league, and people could do much worse than racing with us. Everybody is welcome, actually. You can find the information on the iRacing forums, basically. Lap 13 completed. Oh, somebody was going wide. Oh no, that's a lap car just moving aside, stepping aside to let the leaders through. I think it was Shane McBride. I apologize, I'm not sure. Not quite seeing his car. Yeah, it was Shane. Here it is. Position 33, just ahead of Donny. Looking for the drivers again. The gap between Stian Jensen and Luca Gretti and Luca Varani is now 1.4 seconds. So they're getting closer to him, little by little. Whereas the gap between Stian and Matthias and Jordan, by the way, Jordan has taken the lead now, is actually increasing. So Matthias and Jordan now have 3.6 seconds advantage to Stian. I know I said it before, but it's really surprising. These drivers are all very capable drivers. It's very, very unlikely that somebody can get 8 tenths, can be 8 tenths per lap slower on this track. So it's either tires or some other problem on the track. Let's look at the leader. We never look at them, actually. There are so many cars around, so many things to see that. This is the rear view camera from Jordan Dixon. First race in the iGPFun League for him as well. He's doing very well, clearly. Matthias is not passing. We're coming to a chicane, whatever. Little slide by Matthias. This is the carousel. It used to be called the loop, so I get it wrong sometimes. Mike King and Gerard Macarivi, sorry for the pronunciation, side by side battling for position 12. Mike just passed. Behind them is Daniel Manenkold and Claudio Ferrari and Team Saddle, with Oscar Martinez Marti behind them. Battle for position 18. So Daniel is now 16. I think his high rating is 5,700, something like that. So this actually gives you an idea of how competitive the field is. Luca Varani and Luca Gretti were just exchanging position over and over, and actually this is the group of Richard Yalland now attacking Jason Dunnington, Clark Williams in the green car behind them. Edward Forer used to be with them, he just disappeared. I have no idea what happened to him. I could try to look back through the replay, but a lot of other things going on. That's side by side through the last corner. That's good car control by both of them. Entertaining to watch. It's really bad for the lap time. Another nice pack is the battle for position 9. Michael Chase in the black and green car, Gianni Sellito, a yellow one, and Georgi Vasmoulakis with the orange car, new driver to the league as well. Let's look at these guys flying towards the chicane. Clark Williams attacking on the outside. Clark has been doing very well recently. well, not recently, actually, for a few seasons. He was 4th, I believe. Oh, that's Richard getting it wrong. At least he saved it. He did not crash against the wall, but he's losing a lot of position. He probably needs to serve a temporary black flag, a slowdown for having cut the chicane. So he actually is now in the group battling for 9th place, 8th place now. Luca Gretti and Luca Varani with, who is the driver of the car, 129, that's Don Brooks. That's a nice livery he has. So Don has some damage, is a lapped car, and is acting very nicely and letting other people through. The leaders, Jordan and Matthias. Jordan in the white and blue car. Here they are. Number 19 with quite some damage at the front. No wonder that he has fall behind and is being lapped. He is Nena Dulip, who he was involved in the crash on lap 6. Meanwhile, you can see in the back of the track Luca Gretti now 1.3 seconds behind Tian Vincent, so they're gaining a little, not a lot. Varani, purple car on the outside. These two drivers are clearly working together. And now actually they gained a lot on Stian this time around. The gap is now only 0.6 seconds. So that is a group actually. Now we're gonna feel the draft, and so they will close the gap to Stian very, very easily. Jordan Dixon still leading 0.6 seconds ahead of Matthias. They're just moving together. The gap to Stian is now 4.7 seconds. It's really a lot. Aaron Kobayashi, Mike King and Gerard McAreevy. There are only 0.8 seconds between those three cars. Ronnie Amighetti and Jos Smets are also in a battle for position 22. We never had them on camera. Let's have a look. I was seeing Matthias having a look on the inside of Jordan. This is 16 laps completed, 17 with this one. So the drivers is only 3 laps to go, 3 or 4, let's check in a moment. The drivers are getting ready for the final battles. Let's stick to the leaders for a moment. This is the view from the nose of Matthias' car. Passing with quite a lot of ease. I was saying I wanted to have a look at Ronnie Amighetti with a black car, number 36, black and cyan, light blue, and Jos with a light blue car. The pack, there is now some separation in the pack, as you can see. Let me have just a quick look. Yes, this is lap 18, so 17 laps completed. Let's move back to the leaders. Let's follow them for the final battles. Meanwhile, behind them is Luca Gretti now leading the second pack. So Agretti and Varani passed Svensson. I have no idea which car to follow. There are close battles everywhere. Let's stay with the leaders. Lap 18 for them. So when they cross the finish line is going to be 2 laps to go. You probably don't want to be leading on the last lap, because then, well, Jordan in this case would just take advantage of the draft and take the lead on the long straight. It's a little more complicated when you have 3 cars in a group, like in the battle for position 3. If you hold up, if you slow down a little and sit behind, then you're going to be passed by the 3rd car. If you pass, then you open yourself up to an attack on the last lap. So the tactics actually will be interesting. The leaders taking advantage of the lap car to gain a little more speed. Stian Benson, let's have a look. It's Varani moving inside and letting Stian through. Actually, Luca Agretti was having a little bit of an advantage, so maybe they wanted to close it. Stian and Varani fighting each other would have given Agretti a chance to run away. But this is the battle for the win, for the lead. This is 3 corners from the end, in case we need to remember it for the next lap, which is going to be the last lap. Again, let me check, but yes. Actually, the scoring is telling me lap 18, so good thing I checked. Varani has now fallen behind, is 0.6 seconds behind Stian Svensson. So he seems to have lost the battle for 3rd, but this is the last lap. Jordan will probably take the lead uphill going towards the bus stop. Sorry for that. Having a look inside, then outside. He's taking the outside. Outside for the entry. Inside for the second part of the chicane, of course. Matthias braking late, but he has to give up. A slide by Jordan. Matthias really close. His car has a lot of speed. It's attacking on the inside. The cameras are behind the trees, sorry. Stian Svensson, I saw it in the camera angle, has taken position 3. Jordan defending the inside, very difficult to pass on the outside, but then again, getting some contact, guys give each other room. So, yeah, I think there was some contact, that's a pity. I think the battle is done, whereas Luca Agretti in the green car is attacking Stian. This is a battle for 3rd. Luca Varani is looking for a gap, he's not finding any. Jordan Dixon, meanwhile, has won the race. Well done, Jordan. Matthias is second, 0.3 seconds behind him. Stian is taking the third place. Jason Dunnington is 6th. I'm looking for some battles. Mike Killing, here he is. This is the battle for 10th place. Clark Williams, Mike King, Aaron Kobayashi, Gerard Makarivi, Daniel Manenko. This is the group, and that's actually how they finish. Gianni Sellito and Richard Yelland ahead of them. Let's see if there are some more last lap battles. George Vasmoulakis, he was in 10th place. He moved back down to 24th. His car is damaged, and he almost saved it and lost it at the very last moment. That's a very unfortunate last lap for him. Something must have happened. He must have had some problems. Bobby West, that's another guy. Well, race is over actually. These are the leaders. Let's see. Maybe we can see the replay of what happened to Jorge. Already, that's not whatever happened was before this. Still a lot. So this happened actually on the second to last lap, whatever that was. So let me just read you the final positions. Jordan Dixon won the race. Matthias Weiger was second. Fourth place was for Stian Vensen. Luca Gretti fourth. Luca Varani fifth place. Jason Dunnington sixth place for him at the at his first race in the iGPFun tournament. Michael Chase was 7. Position 8 for Richard Yalland. 9th place, Gianni Sellito. Clark Williams was 10th, so he moved back towards a little at the end. Mike King, 11th place, very nice result for him. He's also the leader of the Division 2 standings, so he's going to score a victory in Division 2 as well as 11th place in the overall standings. Aaron Kobayashi is 12. You can see a very nice shot of the guardrail here. Sorry for that. Gerard Makarivi, position 13th. Daniel Manenkov, 14th. Jonathan Kiar moved up to 15th place, starting 27th. Well done. Claudio Ferrari, 16th. He was gaining places towards the end of the race. Leandro Mendes, position 17. Oscar Martinez Marti was 18. 19, Tim Seddle. Tim Phillips. Ronnie Amighetti, position 21. George Vasmoulakis, 22nd. 23, Jos Met. Florian Carré, 24. Disappointing results from him. For him, I'm sure he will do much better in the upcoming races. Bobby West, position 25. Adam Bradshaw, 26. He was involved in the accident and on lap 6, you can see the damage on his car. Cristobal Gutierrez, 28. Manning Greenan. Dennis Nigel, 29. Nenad Kulib, 30th. The other car involved in the crash. Shane McBride, Don Brooks, Doddy Hoskins, we don't have a car on the camera, sorry. Mark Underwood, position 34. Edward Forer, retired. Drew Lanzaro, Michael Bainum, Wayne Morgan, Anthony Carbone, and Zachary Doig. Thank you very much for attending the race. Thank you very much for watching. I hope my broadcast was not too confusing. 40 cars on track. They are very nice to see, but also very hard to follow. And I hope to see you again on track or on the broadcast next week at Mid-Ohio. Thank you very much. Goodbye.